stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please.
Mrs. Brumbaugh? Here. Mr. Kress? Ms. Kim Parsons?
Here.
Dr. Hinkleman? Here. Mr. Diaz?
Here. 2, hearing of the public. Do we have anybody that wants to speak to the board here tonight?
I do.
I was going to superintendent's report.
Yeah, we'll get you during the superintendent's report.
Thank you. No problem.
Anybody else? If not, we'll move on. All right. 3, superintendent's report.
All right, I think we have Steve and Christina Dahl here this evening, and I think they're going to make a presentation of a donation to the board. Yes?
That's correct. All right. So representing the Milton-Union Facilities Association, we've done a lot of fundraising over the years with a lot of really good people, a lot of community members to help raise money to help the facilities of the school. And we're going to present the president of the board with a check in the amount of $36,454.02. And we'd like to have the money earmarked for the press box to either be improved or replaced.
Thank you.
You're
Appreciate
welcome.
it.
Thank you, sir.
Wow.
I know you guys have put an incredible amount of time in different events and everything, as well as your board. Can you name off some of the board members? So
Yeah, I can. So
I
I'm
get
on it.
recognized.
My wife is Pat Layer, Corey Elam, Beth Roy, and there's been many other volunteers over the years who have helped us. So we're very thankful and appreciative of their work, and we'll continue to work on other fundraising efforts in the coming years.
Well, thank you. And I know, for those that don't know, that that's the organization that put on the night at the races and a lot of other different fundraising events, and we appreciate all the efforts and this generous donation. We all know the press box needs some work. Tom's shaking his head back. Just for the record, I'm going to present this to the treasurer. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Anything else?
So I put in front of all the board members a summary of the November election ballot issues across the state. So you'll have a summary of bond issues, property tax levies, income tax levies, sales tax, school district, and also municipality income tax ballot issues. So as you flip through there, just at your leisure, I just thought it might be good information, food for thought. The school issues in November across the state did pretty well. I mean, there were a lot of renewals, of course, but across the board, a lot of those were approved, which is good news for school districts across Ohio. Just a reminder, some of you have envelopes in front of you that come from the National Honor Society advisor. The National Honor Society induction ceremony is December 1st at 6:30 in the cafeteria. That's Monday, December 1st. And just a couple of, I guess, clarifications. So last week, I have a lot of email contacts, and so several of those email contacts got a message from me with an attachment that hopefully no one opened. So my email was hacked. We have that issue corrected with the help of the technology department, but also we sent out a follow-up message through ThrillShare, so text message, social media, the whole 9 yards, but I think it only posted to social media. And we found out that there was an issue with our contacts last Monday with the snow day. So the update regarding the 2-hour delay and then the cancellation of school was sent, and it posted to social media, but no text messages went out. The voice call did not go out. There was a server issue that has since been corrected. So the reason why there was a robotic voice and not my wonderful radio voice last Monday, is because there was a server issue again that's been corrected. So I only bring that up to say parents and family members don't have to do anything differently. Their contact information wasn't lost. That's been corrected. So the next time there's a mass communication that needs to go out, it should go out as expected, as it always has. So that is all I have for this evening. I think Mr. Brackman would like to give you just an update on where we are with transportation and efforts to provide more students and families with district-provided transportation.
So this week, with the help of Mick back there, we will start sending out to parents and families to decrease that drive radius. Currently, right now, we are looking at achieving a number of students rather than a certain distance. As we continue to expand our drivers and our fleet, that drive distance will continue to decrease. But right now, we're trying to achieve a certain number. The way we plan to do that is find those that number we can achieve, and we will be sending something via email, asking if they'd like district-provided transportation to, get in touch with us to sign up for that. We will probably have a text message with that, saying, hey, check your email for, transportation update. But we're still, we have 4 more drivers that are training now currently. So we're continuing to expand on that, but after our T1 audit, we realized that we can, we're still trying to achieve that number that we can transport as a whole, and we've got some room to do that. So there will be some modifications to some of the bus routes to try to achieve that, because we kind of know where some of those people will be that would become eligible, but yeah, we're going to start adding kids to buses.
What's that certain number you're shooting for?
Right now, I would say in the range of 50-ish, and that's currently adding to what we already have. That's not creating a new bus route.
Okay.
We do have one bus that from last year was somewhat of a shortened route because we didn't have any extra bus drivers. So that driver was double tripping a lot. So the goal is to expand on that route and then expand on some of the other current routes that we have.
So filling existing spaces on buses that hopefully in the not too distant future that we'll be able to add additional routes,
yep,
which will decrease the radius, hopefully somewhat significantly.
Yeah, and like I said, it's as those drivers get done, when those drivers, achieve their certification and they're driving for us, that number of kids will grow exponentially, and we will probably be able to say, hey, we're at this distance now, feasibly. But right now, we're gonna start expanding on what we currently have, the room that we currently have. So that's the goal.
First steps, more to come.
Correct.
So did we get 4 more start training, or we added like a couple more new to what we
So we have 4 more starting training.
That's great.
Yep.
We got 2 hires on the consent calendar.
Yep. The one, she's currently driving. She's been driving with us for over a month, and then we have 2. All 3 are they've done everything. They're doing their 30 hours, and they'll get their pre-service once we can get them into a class, and then it's test. But as we found through this process, we have had some that have fallen off. So it's not official till it's done, but we do have 4 that they've made it to the 30 hours of training.
Good deal. Anything else?
No, sir.
All right, we'll move on to floor treasurers.
I almost forgot. I totally forgot.
All good.
No.
Okay.
Mrs. Hartley has a
So I pull my off the hook.
Not necessarily report card data update, but I guess in a tertiary relationship to the report card, we're not getting the report card ratings recalculated or anything, but teacher value added is kind of the next thing on the list, and Mrs. Hartley has an update for us about that.
Yeah, so if you'll remember when we talked about the report card, one of the components that actually counts as double is that value added or that progress component. As a point of reference, last year at this time, we had value added reports for all of our students and all of our teachers on October 23rd. And so for the last couple of weeks, I come in and I check and there's nothing new, and I check at lunchtime, there's nothing new. We weren't quite sure what was going on. We found out late last week that there was an issue with one of the items on the high school biology end of course exam that was scored incorrectly by the vendor, which is what kind of held up everything. So we will get value added reports tomorrow morning. So any teacher who is in a tested subject in grades 4 through high school, they will have an individual teacher value added report. We'll also have district and building level value added reports. And just as a reminder, value added is that measurement of our students kind of keeping their position. So are our high achieving students from one year to the next still performing at those high levels? Are our students who are performing right on level, are they the next year continuing to perform right on level? And are our students who aren't on level at least kind of keeping their place in line? As a very general, vague reminder, we were at 2 stars out of 5 on our overall value-added composite as a district this year. Some areas that we know already from the Secure Data Center before the release tomorrow is that our students identified as gifted, pretty much across the board, are making a year's growth, and our students with disabilities in most areas and most grade levels are also making a year's growth. It's kind of that everybody else or sort of that kind of in between, those middle achieving kids, those are the ones that aren't making quite a year's growth. So a lot of work to do for the teachers and principals and myself to kind of dig in and see exactly where we're strong and where we can make some growth. Obviously not designed this way because our data release is a lot later than we were expecting, but we do have the 2 teacher work days next week, Monday and Tuesday, and we're planning for teacher teams to have 2 hours of just team time to go through that data on Monday the 24th so that they can dive into that as teams and start that kind of data analysis and response to that. So that's the update on value added. It is coming. It's coming tomorrow. It's late, and it was late because of a biology question.
Thanks, Mrs. Hartley. That is all this time. Sorry about that.
No worries. All right, moving on to Treasurer's Report. A, approval of Board of Education minutes, October 20th, 2025, regular meeting. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Roll call, please.
Dr. Hinkleman?
Yes.
Mrs. Kim Parsons?
Yes.
Mrs. Brumbaugh?
Yes.
Mr. Kress?
Yes.
Mr. Diaz?
Yes. B, approval of October financial report. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
I assume you got a small presentation.
Yeah, of course it goes out for that. So everybody's looking for this. Something with the Wi-Fi. Something with internet access.
I don't know.
Is it Wi-Fi or Bluetooth?
Well, so I think it has to be connected to the internet, and then it like beams to that. But the internet was fine, and now it's not. Let me see if I can just.
That looks weird. Oh, it's
Go with
I printed earlier. Okay, back in action. Alright, so this is just the October report for our expenditures. This is just a visual of our general fund balance compared to our budget, where we are with our revenue compared to where we budgeted. We're slightly under for revenue. Our cash balance is slightly under what we had it in for October. And then our expenditures are looking a little bit higher, and it's really difficult to see. There we go. So that's just a visual representation of budget to actuals. We have our variances for the month. Some of them haven't changed since last month because we haven't really gotten any new income in certain areas. Our income tax we did get in October, very slightly higher than what we were anticipating, so that's good. And then for other notable variances, I'm just going to go down into my notes here, just because I want to kind of explain what we're seeing with our new foundation payments since the formula is fully implemented now through the month of October. So for unrestricted grants and aid, we are $8,933 lower than expected, or roughly 3.6% than projected, because we were kind of anticipating a roughly 4% reduction in our base cost for the state share. So our state share went from 46.45% to 42.05%. So we lost about 4.4% in our base cost of the state share. We did get a funding supplement, which is $27 per student. So that equates to roughly $33,653 over the year. This number does adjust up and down. It'll fluctuate throughout the year, depending on our ADM, whatever is being reported. And then at the end of the year, it'll be the final. Our targeted assistance does incorporate our local capacity factors. Our weighted index for our wealth capacity for Milton went up from 1.09 index to a 1.11 index. And that capacity factor is about 60% of our property valuation and 40% of our income. So they calculate our local capacity based on those items. So we're pretty much where we thought we would be, just because we were kind of expecting this right here. That was pretty close to what they gave us in our last budget simulation. And then for the restricted grants and aid, we are faring a little bit lower than what we thought. From year to date through October, our revenue is $16,738 less than projected. And that's the full phase-in of the new formula from the state. Our DPIA has increased because they're using a new weighted calculation, which is 75% of our ADM that's economically disadvantaged and 25% of direct certification. So that is in our favor because our DPIA has increased from this point, our fiscal year 25, up 3%. Student willingness and success has decreased 2.23%, as well as our gifted very, very slightly. Our gifted ADM is down from last year, so that has something to do with it. But our student success and wellness fund, that is directly tied to our base cost as well. So they use the state percentage in that formula. So yeah, we're definitely seeing a decrease in that as well. But overall, 10.16% lower than projected with the full phase-in of the formula. And then all other revenue, we have an increase in our interest from our banks. We did have another CD mature for $100,000 at 5%. We have a month-to-date interest of $55,594.52. Though our interest rates with that maturity have decreased down to 3.99%. So for NBS, we dropped roughly half a percent, or 0.05. And then STAR has also decreased. It was up about 4.46 last month, and now we're at 4.28. 4.28, yeah, percent. So STAR dropped about 0.12%. But we still saw an increase this year because of our matured season. And then expenditures, our personnel services are still trending lower than anticipated, which is favorable to our bus drivers. So we still have wiggle room for those. Supplies and materials are up 25% higher than anticipated, where we had to add budget, which you'll see in our amended appropriations, for elementary and instructional supplies, just because it was under appropriated to begin with. So I just made a correction to their budget. And then software and maintenance supplies are our largest expenditures and supplies this month. And then just to note, just because I want to keep an eye on our cash balance, this is where we're at in our days on cash ratio. We have roughly 109 days with the cash on hand. Here's our cash summary. Our final expenditure report or request finally went through. I just got the approval today, so fiscal year 25 federal funding will be coming in, so those negative numbers will start to adjust out as applications get approved. And then here's just our investment summary. We do have another CD maturing here in December, and then you can see where that interest rate has, the average has dropped to that 3.99%.
What's the rate on the money market account? We're putting the STAR money market account when they mature. What's the rate on that?
So that was 4.46% last month, and it's dropped down to that 4.28% now. And then like the first financial money market, we're getting 2.68%, which that doesn't really hold a lot of money. Our cash balance is only 219 there. But yeah, it was 4.46%. So just in the last month, STAR did drop pretty decently. But still higher than the overall average for MBS. And this is just our lunchroom receipts and expenditures. There's your representation of that there. Our expenditures are just slightly higher than what our revenues were this month, but we're still helping in our cash balance. And these are all of the disbursements for the month of October.
On the revenue 1.5, you have a goal that says small MFG homes reimbursement to be received in November, the large settlement expected in November. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, so we have roughly like a $3,000, a little less than $3,000 coming this month. I'm not sure why they're doing it that way. So that's coming, and that will be in the November. But then for 1.05, we forecasted a 5% growth on that, so there is that significant, that's why it's very lower. And I'm assuming that's because the first half of tax year 2025 that we get in April should reflect higher. So right now, yeah, we are looking a little lower, but we do get a little less than $3,000 manufactured homes and reimbursement in November, and then in April we'll get that larger with our property tax. Anything else?
All right, roll call please.
Okay, Mrs. Brumbaugh?
Yes.
Dr. Hinkleman?
Yes.
Mr. Kress?
Yes.
Ms. Kim Parsons?
Yes.
Mr. Diaz?
Yes. C, then and now. Then and now certificate pursuant to section 5705.41 of the Ohio Revised Code. Treasurer Sullivan recommends approval of then and now certificates $3,567.84 to First Financial for Municipality of West Milton, $3,485 to Senior Assistance, Inc. for transportation services. It is hereby certified that both of both at the time of the making of this order and at the date of the execution of this certificate, the amount required to pay this order has been appropriated for the purpose of this order and is in the treasury or in the process of collection to the credit of the fund, free from any previous encumbrance. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
For the $3,567.84 to First Financial for municipality of what, West Milton, what's that for?
Those are just, let me pull it up here. That's an invoice that we received after the fact that we weren't expecting it. The logistics of it, I'm not 100% sure on. I can pull it up, but then I have to.
That's all right, you can get back to me.
Okay, will do.
Roll call, please.
Dr. Hinkleman?
Yes.
Mrs. Kim Parsons?
Yes.
Mrs. Brumbaugh?
Yes.
Mr. Kress?
Yes.
Mr. Diaz?
Yes. 5 other special reports, MUEA,
None, thank you.
OPSI.
None this evening.
All right, 6, agenda confirmation. A, additions and deletions to the agenda. Do we have any additions or deletions?
Well,
Well, that's up to you if you want to add the donation this month or if you want to just get it on the next board agenda.
Well, since we have it, one that we added, do I have to make a motion to?
Yeah, a motion to amend item D, which is our donations, and add it.
Okay, so make motion to amend item D to add the donation from the Milton-Union Facilities Association
And then this is the
in
amount.
the amount of $36,554.02.
400,
$36,454.02.
$36,400. There you go.
Do I have a motion? Or do we have to?
Yeah, we have to vote to add it.
Do I have a
Yeah.
motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Dr. Hinkleman?
Yes.
Mrs. Brumbaugh?
Yes.
Mr. Kress?
yes.
Mrs. Kim Parsons?
Yes.
Mr. Diaz?
Yes. All right. B, approval of the agenda. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Is that you?
Lori.
Okay. Mr. Kress?
Yes.
Mrs. Kim Parsons?
Yes.
Mrs. Brumbaugh?
Yes.
Dr. Hinkleman?
Yes.
Mr. Diaz?
Yes. 7, old business. Do we have any old business?
Nope.
8, new business, appropriations amendment. Recommend approval of increases, decreases in total appropriations for fiscal year 2026 as presented. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Roll call, please.
Mrs. Brumbaugh?
Yes.
Dr. Hinkleman?
Yes.
Mr. Kress?
Yes.
Mrs. Kim Parsons?
Yes.
Mr. Diaz?
Yes. D, alternative tax budget, recommend approval of the following resolution. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
I'm guessing I have to read it.
Someone could
We move to dispense.
Someone could do
All right.
that.
I move to dispense with the verbatim reading of this resolution and make a motion to approve it.
Second. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Brumbaugh?
Yes.
Mr. Kress?
Yes.
Mrs. Kim Parsons?
Yes.
Dr. Hinkleman?
Yes.
Mr. Diaz?
Yes. C, amendment, EPC electricity program agreement. Recommend approval of the EPC amended electricity agreement. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Does this have to be read?
No, you just do the same thing. Just consent.
I move to dispense with the verbatim reading of this resolution and make a motion to approve it.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mrs. Brumbaugh?
Yes.
Mr. Chris?
Yes.
Mrs. Kim Parsons?
Yes.
Dr. Hinkleman?
Yes.
Mr. Diaz?
Yes. D, donations. Recommend accepting the following donations. $100 to the tennis program from Steve and Jill Scothorn in memory of Roy Henderson. And $300 to the Angel Fund from Hoffman Global Methodist Church.
And then also, I'm gonna add it, but yeah, I would read it off.
And also
I can't,
$36,454.02 from the Milton-Union
facilities.
Facilities Association. It has something different on the check though.
What does it say?
Pride Alliance.
Oh, that's how they start out. Maybe they started out as facilities associations, so we should try them.
To have a motion.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Dr. Hinkleman?
Yes.
Mrs. Brumbaugh?
Yes.
Mr. Chris?
Yes.
Mrs. Kim Parsons?
Yes.
Mr. Diaz?
Yes. E, disposal of assets. Recommend approval to declare the Title I classroom laminator obsolete, and authorize the operations manager to dispose of it. I have a motion.
So moved. Second.
Roll call, please.
Mrs. Brumbaugh?
Yes.
Mr. Chris? Oh, I'm sorry. Mrs. Kim Parsons?
Yes.
Mr. Chris?
Yes.
Dr. Hinkleman?
Yes.
Mr. Diaz?
Yes. How big is this laminator?
It's pretty good size.
That's
And heavy.
Probably gonna cost us money to get rid of it.
F, transportation, private schools. The Milton-Union Board of Education, after examination of existing school bus routes, time schedules, student resident location, school location, and available school conveniences, and upon establishing that the below-named pupils are eligible to receive transportation in accordance with section 3327.01 of the Ohio Revised Code and state board standards EDB 91702 and district board policy as declared by board resolution that such service by school conveyance is impractical, and hereby agrees to pay the parent or guardian of said pupil in lieu of providing such service an amount which shall not exceed the state average cost to transport pupils in the state the preceding year. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
And this is basically compensating parent, because we are obligated to transport these students. We are compensating the parents instead of having to transport them with our own manpower.
To their privately school locations.
Okay. Do I have, we have a motion
Yeah.
and a second. Roll call, please.
Dr. Hinkleman?
Yes.
Mrs. Brumbaugh?
Yes.
Mr. Chris?
Yes.
Mrs. Kim Parsons?
Yes.
Mr. Diaz?
Yes. G, consent calendar. Recommend approval of all matters listed under the consent calendar. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mrs. Brumbaugh?
Yes.
Dr. Hinkleman?
Yes.
Mr. Chris?
Yes.
Mrs. Kim Parsons?
Yes.
Mr. Diaz?
Yes. 10, board reports, legislative and student achievement. Linda?
We still have a couple of, a number of House bills to keep an eye on, but they're still just being debated in the various committees that would really affect or have the potential to really impact school finances if they move forward. So that's House Bill 309, which would allow the County Budget Commission to reduce voter-approved tax levies if they feel it is prudent to do so. House Bill 186, which would cap tax growth for districts on the 20 mil floor to inflation. And then House Bill 335, which would cap inflationary growth on all inside millage starting in tax year '26. So I think these are things they're hoping to get through before 2026. So we'll just watch and see what shakes out.
Okay. Thank you. B, policy update, myself and Lori, I don't have anything, do you, Lori?
No.
We just adopted some last year.
We did, we adopted several.
C, building and transportation, myself and Justin. I don't have anything, do you have anything, Justin?
Other than what was already stated.
Right. Anything else?
Nope, everything else is status quo.
Okay.
I don't know if this belongs here, but where are we at with the Wright Road property?
I'm still waiting on, the survey got done 2 weeks ago, 2.5 weeks ago, so hopefully they get that put together and we get the survey of that. We also had surveyed the east side of J, which was the tennis courts and basketball courts. So when I got there, I added a little more to what they were already doing. So hopefully I have that here in the near future. I will reach out this week, try to get an update on that survey.
Okay.
I do want to ask, on transportation, I know we have some getting close drivers. Do we have an estimated timeline?
I would think that some of them they're doing we have 2 of them that plan to do their pre-service in January. One already has their CDL and their permit to drive a school bus. They just have to do the recertification class, and they have to do some maneuverability and testing with our OBI. But those 2 will probably be in January. Hopefully these other 2 are next month in December.
So there is a possibility that the first of the year we could have runs.
Yep. I think if we can get the 2 currently.
Something that could be worked on and brought after
Yep.
the
Christmas
holiday
break.
break.
Yep, for sure. Yep. I'm trying to plan it. The goal is for this first one to be December 1st, so the Monday after Thanksgiving, we have some additional kids on the bus. I think the next goal is to plan for after Christmas break to have more kids on the bus. So,
Okay.
still working towards it.
D, MVCTC, Jim Albo, and you can see that the minutes are attached from the meeting, so peruse at your leisure. E, Milton-Union Education Foundation, Jess.
We will be meeting this Thursday and reviewing a few more grants. So the next board meeting in December, I will update you with exactly how many classroom grants we have given and also the amount. And we'll also be discussing the Board Bash that we hold in March.
Okay.
That is to raise more funds for classroom grants and scholarships towards seniors.
Are there, is the scholarship application available yet or published yet?
For the seniors, not yet. I think
Okay.
it's a little too early.
Okay. I wasn't sure. I know some are, some aren't.
Yeah, I kind of feel like for the scholarships, we hit them in the spring, like when they're all going out.
Okay.
That way, all the kids get a piece of paper and they're all listed.
Makes
It's
sense.
easier to find,
Makes sense.
yeah.
Okay. F, audit and finance, Justin and Ward. Nothing? Okay. G, facility complex, that's me. I don't have anything. Do you have anything to add?
Nope, we're just getting things buttoned up for the winter season. We have winterized all of our irrigation systems, exterior restrooms, so concession stand over at the Lowry soccer fields, track barn here at
we've been doing a lot of, because of the rain and the snow, we've been doing a lot of leaf cleanup as of late. So we are most of the way done with that. Yeah, just kind of getting things buttoned up outside for getting ready for next year.
It's coming.
It's coming.
Before we know.
Information and discussion items. A, organizational meeting date. I'm assuming we're looking sometime in January.
Can we look at Monday, January 5th? Beverly, board council was available on that day, is kind of penciled us in for that evening. So we'll get through our organizational items and then be a work session for the board just to review items that are really good for board members to know.
Would be good for me.
6 o'clock?
Sounds good. We'll plan for then.
Juliana, does that work for you? January 5th, 6 o'clock,
Perfect.
same place.
All right. B, general information and updates. Do you have anything?
At the last board meeting, we talked extensively about the possibility that the County Budget Commission could reduce our millage, anticipating that we were going to have some kind of financial, their word, windfall if we hit the 20 mil floor. Cheyenne had already emailed the board members that we did not reach the 20 mil floor. I don't know if you know exactly where we are.
No, they haven't sent out our effective village yet. They're thinking maybe the end of December, early January. So, but we're not there.
But, I mean, you sent us a correspondence with the auditor, and they said because of that,
Right,
our inside village will be affected.
correct. So basically, they see this going 20 mil floor as like districts receiving unvoted income and revenue stream that people weren't expecting or anticipating because of high property valuations. But we are not quite there, so we're still under that floor, so we're still getting earned property.
So this is, I think, different board members on the board, off the board, over the course of several years. I think we've all hoped that we would one day hit the 20 mil floor. Right now, it's probably a good thing that we're not at the 20 mil floor. That's not to say that everybody else in the county is off the hook. I know that there have been some superintendents and treasurers of other school districts in the county who have had specific asks made by the auditor's office, by the County Budget Commission to return millage, not collect dollars, in the hopes that I think the constitutional amendment does not go before Ohio voters in the spring. And I'm not sure that there's much that's going to stop that from happening. I keep hearing that whatever group that is and whoever represents it has the signatures for it to be on the ballot in the spring. So it's going to be a really interesting time, and I think there have been some school boards in the state that have considered some legal action against their county budget commissions. So it's going to be an interesting time to see how all this shakes out between the four pieces of legislation working its way through the General Assembly right now. I think those bills that Dr. Hinkman mentioned, I think, are going to be considered by the Senate this week. And what I'm hearing from my professional organization is that they're all going to pass. So it's going to be the most significant, I guess, change to property taxes in years. So those four bills together represent the most significant change to property taxes in years. So we'll see what happens next. But so far, Milton-Union is in a good spot, it seems. I think that we still should pay really close attention I think these issues right now affect all public schools in Ohio. And I think the board should think about how they want to engage in advocacy for public schools and school finance.
I think it should be noted that of all the Miami County schools, we're the only one that isn't on the 20 mil floor.
Correct.
And as a result, at this time, the auditor is not, they're going around actively asking other districts to reduce their millage.
Correct.
In townships and cities,
And townships.
right now, yeah.
So. Okay.
I mean, even though they're not asking us to reduce it, the ESC still has informational meetings, I still would be interested.
We'll be too, if my schedule permits. Okay. Moving on, board announcements, upcoming meetings, regular board meeting Monday, December 15th, 2025, 6 p.m., board conference room. 13, executive session, recommend approval to adjourn to executive session for purposes authorized under Board of Education Policy 0166 and ORC 121.22 G1 to consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of a public employee. There will be no action taken after the board exits executive session. Who are our invitees?
Mrs. Hartley, Mrs. Solomon, Mr. Brackman for part of the time, and me.
Okay.
Oh, almost forgot, Mr. Fulton, Chris Fulton.
Do we have a motion?
So moved. Second.
Roll call.
Dr. Hinkleman?
Yes.
Mrs. Brumbaugh?
Yes.
Mr. Chris?
Yes.
Mrs. Kim Parsons?
Yes.
Mr. Diaz?
Yes. All right. Thanks for coming. There'll be no business handled after we leave executive session.